What's up guys, it's Endymion, and today it's time for the annual Best Games of the Year list. This is actually my first time doing this, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, I didn't play everything this year of course, so no Nintendo games here since I haven't touched my Switch at all, so no Metroid or Shin Megami Tensei here, sorry. And as an honorable mention, I wanted to shout out the game I'm currently playing. It's called Fist Forged in Shadow Torch, which is a great Metroidvania game that's aesthetic and style are just awesome. But I'm not done that game, so I can't really add it to the list. Anyways, in no particular order, here's my top 10 games of 2021. First up is Resident Evil Village. I want to get this game out of the way first since so many others probably talked about this game already. It's a solid experience. I liked the story, the boss battles were dope, and I enjoyed how it felt like Resident Evil 7 did the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance with Resident Evil 4. It's great, it isn't scary enough in my opinion, but then again it takes a lot to scare me in games. I love the atmosphere here. Let's keep going. At number 9 is Ys 9 Monstrum Nox, the next game in the Great Ys series. Ys 9 has a great story, interesting characters, super fun exploration, easy yet fun combat, and the new Monstrum powers of each character allowing you to traverse and interact with the world in different ways is awesome. Don't be jaded by the 9 in the title. Each game is standalone and tells a contained story within the hero Adol's life. If you're interested in the series, you can play Ys 8 first. That game's pretty cheap now and it's amazing. Also, you can play Ys Memories of Celcida. That one's cheap as well too. Or Ys Origin. But when it comes to great stories, a wicked plot twist, and rewarding gameplay, Ys 9 Monstrum Nox has it in spades. At number 8, it's Persona 5 Strikers, the Musou spin-off for the acclaimed series. Strikers is an action RPG where you kill hordes of enemies and change the hearts of corrupt, evil people. In my opinion, Strikers' gameplay and overall structure is way more interesting and endearing than Persona 5's, and Strikers, thankfully, removes the stupid time mechanic of having days pass when you do actions, and instead just allows you to enjoy the game and its characters how you want. Strikers also proves that Persona doesn't need to be contained to a school environment to still work, and honestly, Strikers is the most fun I had playing a Persona game. I loved it. Up next, we got Outriders, the surprise RPG looter hit from People Can Fly and Square Enix. Outriders was a surprisingly engaging and rewarding shooter RPG with an interesting story, dope powers, and I think I played Outriders the most out of any game this year. Its cast was decent, the story twists are good and bad depending on the player I guess, and overall it was a great co-op multiplayer experience. I'm excited for its expansion in 2022. Play Outriders if you haven't already, it's worth whatever price you can get it for. Next is Housemarque's PlayStation 5 exclusive, RETURNAL, which to me was one of the big standouts of the year. It's a game that on paper doesn't seem like it would work, but I ended up becoming a believer of it. Returnal's gameplay is buttery smooth. The way it uses the DualSense controller is amazing. And this is one game you have to play with headphones on because the audio design is just so damn good. The story is really interesting too, and the boss fights are definitely a highlight. I loved everything about this game and can't wait to see what Housemarque does next. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is next, and this game is video game comfort food. It plays so well, it looks so nice, and I really enjoyed the new characters they added too. But what was most impressive was how Insomniac Games used the PlayStation 5's SSD to instantly load entire levels as you seamlessly transition between dimensions. If you own a PlayStation 5, Rift Apart is a no-brainer purchase. It's incredible and I'm already ready for the next adventure in this series. Next up is Ruined King, a League of Legends story. Confession time, I have never played League, and until Netflix's Arcane premiered, I knew nothing about its world or characters. Then I found out Airship Syndicate, one of my favorite developers, was making a League-based game, and I just had to play it. Ruined King is basically Battle Chasers Night War, but bigger, better, and more in-depth. The only negatives here is that the game can crash from time to time randomly, and the load times are not not optimized on PlayStation 5, since the game is PlayStation 4 version only at this time. But beyond that, Ruined King is an excellent turn-based RPG with loads of loot, dungeon crawling, and some really interesting characters. Definitely give this game a try. Alright, we're at the final three. First up is Death's Door. This game is basically Zelda meets Dark Souls, but it's filled with nihilism and surprisingly effective humor. In Death's Door, you play a Reaper, no, not that Reaper, and you're a little crow tasked with hunting down a soul, but the story eventually evolves into trying to restore a deathless world from the clutches of its strict laws and past mistakes. It's an excellent game. The music is somber and beautiful, and I can't say enough good things about it. Definitely give Death's Door a look if you're into action-adventure games. Also, I beat the whole game with an umbrella equipped because I wanted the Platinum Trophy. I don't regret it. This game is amazing. Play it. The next two games are basically my ties for a game of the year, I guess. First up is Kena Bridge of Spirits, which I honestly thought was going to be the next Order 1886 or Rise Son of Rome. And what I mean by that was I thought Kena was going to be a shallow tech demo game that just looked really nice, but it ended up being a gorgeous action-adventure game that felt like if Zelda and Uncharted had a kid together. The boss battles are surprisingly amazing too, and I love the environments and exploration, and the story is surprisingly really good too. I guess my only real problems is that the skill tree is very bare bones and it kind of almost feels pointless, and some of the collectibles are kind of annoying to find, but hey, whatever. I got the platinum here too. I actually platinumed almost every game on this list now that I look at it. Anyway, Kena is amazing. You should definitely play it. And finally, at number 1 is Tales of Arise. Straight up, Tales of Arise was my most anticipated game of the year, and I would say it lived up to every expectation I had for it. But there is a dark blemish on this game. The game's final act was bizarre and felt completely out of left field, considering the rest of the game up to that point was amazing. Obviously, no spoilers. The environments, however, are gorgeous. The characters are really great. The music is some of the best music in the series, in my opinion. Like, that battle theme is, it's so good. And the combat was easy to understand and complicated enough to master, which is a Tales staple at this point. It plays so well. If that final act got rewritten or expanded upon, this game would easily be a 10 out of 10 game, but here we are. Nevertheless, Tales of Arise is an amazing JRPG that anyone and everyone should definitely experience. Well, that's my list for the top 10 games of 2021. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what your favorite games were in the comments. And if you like what you've seen and want to see more, there's plenty of content on my channel already. Like the video, subscribe to give my life meaning, and maybe share this video if you wanted to. Thanks to my patrons for the support. Link to that is below, and I'm Endymion. 2021 has been kind of insane, to be honest. I started this channel in late January this year, and to have the growth and audience I do so far is insane and absolutely incredible. So thank you for the support, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.